Doing another video real quick before I go back outside and play in this beautiful energy of the sun. It is Friday and it's Venus Day, so I'm fasting again. I have been going through so much and processing a lot and downloading a lot, integrating these downloads and into my consciousness. It is amazing work that we do, and it is for the good of all of humanity and for the highest ascension timeline for all. I am the turning key, the skeleton key to make these switches and to unlock our potential and the heaven that is in our DNA. I have come through great darkness and despair, and I have endured such density, and I don't just mean in this lifetime, I mean all past lifetimes. I have been shown everything, and my soul has memory of who I always was, my eternal self, and my mission with God. I incarnated here to Earth to do very big things, and this is difficult for me, for someone who's always in this life felt so small. I was bullied since I was very young by my older brother, and I've always been small, and I'm 5 feet tall, and I've always been underestimated and not seen as a powerhouse, but I am, and I've had to overcome so many obstacles to be here. I have been so completely blessed by Source. It took so many miracles for me to just even be here. I was a miracle baby, and I've cheated death so many times. I know that I'm immortal, and this is just a temporary life, here on Earth and this vessel, and I incarnated here to transmute a lot for the ascension of Gaia, and it's with big sacrifice that I came here, and it's pure love what my soul has done. And I have leveled up and raised my level of consciousness to higher heights, and I have done this for the greatest good for humanity. I have broken the matrix and deprogrammed myself of most of the limiting beliefs that were forced into me, and I'm a work in progress. I never claim to be perfect. I never will. I know God is perfect, and that's what I strive for. But I always feel, like I am deserving of this great work and this what God has chosen me for. I'm not afraid I just want perfect alignment with everything. As being an old soul that I am, realizing that I'm in this realm where everything is inverted from heaven. I've had to make adjustments in my life and make sacrifices to help me to see where I'm going and to adapt to this mission, this great mission that I incarnated here for. It turns out that I had a lot to learn, and my highest self is a master and a queen, a deity, a powerhouse, and she has been teaching me. And I know I've had so many timeline shifts and so many things in my life that, different things, heartbreaks, different paths, friends in and out of my life, family in and out of my life. And I used to feel really heartbroken all the time about why things were so unfair and why the universe was so unfair, why I could never catch a break, why I was always the underdog. And they told me I wasn't good enough. They strangled me. They told me I was stupid and crazy. And I wasn't even fully in my powers then. But now I am. And well, a whole lot of people were wrong about me. And that's okay, because I am on the highest ascension timeline, and I am on this path with Source, and I know that I have overcome all of these deaths of ego and timeline deaths for a reason. And it's made me bulletproof for this work. And I am infinitely powerful and strong. So many miracles have been performed for me and for this time on earth. My miracles are not finished. I came here to do a lot of spiritual heavy lifting, and I have done so through my healing and through my light work. But I have so much more as I'm leveling up to higher levels. I'm striving for that alignment in my life. I need to be among higher souls, innovative thinkers, and open hearts. I need to be in a loving Mother Earth sanctuary environment where I can be free to use my magic and to not waste it, and to give it back to Mother Earth, and to give it back to other healers and other angels and divine beings. I need to share my stories with others and to share my gifts with the world, because I have them and I don't want to be selfish. Just because I'm shy or because I feel embarrassed, I have nothing to be embarrassed of. I'm a beautiful soul, and I've gone through the fires of purification with God, and I have been healed with perfect divinity and health and vitality. and I am superhuman. I know everything on the other side of the veil. It's been removed, and I have been learning to come into my powers and to accept these blessings, which has been very difficult when you come from being the most cursed, and then you have to realize that it was inverted and that you are the most blessed. And now everything that I thought I was in the past is a completely different game now. And I really have been reborn. And I have seen the entire Divine Master Plan. I know my part in it. I am here to awaken and activate many souls. I am the mothership incarnate, and I've reached these levels and found this source within my genetic makeup, my DNA, so that I can share it with others. And I'm looking for my tribe and my piece of Mother Earth Sanctuary. I've been very displaced in the Earth realm all my life. I've lived in scarcity and poverty, and I have undergone and healed much pain and trauma. I have cured my depression and anxiety lifelong, and I found my true purpose. So I can no longer be living in scarcity, and I can no longer be living in slavery to the system that just wants to parasite on our divine energy, have us as wage slaves working 8 hours a day or more to pay rent for a home that no one actually owns. The whole earth is our home. Homelessness should not exist. Poverty should not exist. We came here to shift things. We didn't come here to fit in and play the Matrix. I came here to break the Matrix and free all the souls of Earth to go back and to live in love and to live in peace and to live in unity and to live in light. I'm so honored to be chosen for this work. I cannot do it alone, but I have been doing a lot on my own. I need to come to unity with all of my angels and higher beings. I need to be seen and perceived as the love, eternal love mother that I am. My heart is so sacred. To have endured so many heartbreaks, to regain these soul memories and divine gifts that I have, that's within all of us. Some of us discovered it sooner, and we know that your salvation is within, and it's with God, and it's with the light. So allow that into your heart. Allow the light to shine through your chakras to dissolve any debris or past trauma. As things resurface and come back up and rise, they rise for us to do the healing and to send it love. And we go back and time travel and to be with our past selves, to heal our traumas, to love ourselves and to treat ourselves with patience as we go through this ascension into the fifth dimension. I am very, very sensitive, and this is something that has always been true about me, and I used to mask it, and I used to try to repress it, which was silly, because I am not supposed to suppress my divine gifts. I'm supposed to share them. And I am here to guide others that may not be where I am in this process yet, to be a way shower. What we need to do is we need to reclaim our sovereignty with God. Reclaiming our health is part of that, the biggest part of that. We can no longer be addicted to their chemicals, and we need to treat our bodies as the sacred temples that they are. As we do that and we find the healing, we come up and we level up in our soul mission, and we get called for higher levels. And with that comes timeline shifts and new doors opening in our lives, new windows opening, and new friends and soul family and connections. We don't always know exactly what's coming, when it's coming, but we have seen the divine master plan, and we know that we are writing it and that we are co-authors in it as we have leveled up. Energy is abundant, and we have it through the sun and through Mother Earth, and there is the divine flow of the universe. And we need to be in sync with it. We can no longer be living in resistance to our own divinity. We have to rethink how we think of energy. We are sources of it ourselves, and our love that we harness within, and our dark side also adds to our resilience and helps us, because you cannot embody so much light without the darkness. The two work together. This is not the same as duality. Duality we have transcended. This is energy, and we've got to find our flow and our natural rhythm, and our connection with Source grows during this process. So we need to get homes for everyone and have completely abolished slavery on this planet. It's gone on long enough. Our great people have suffered, and we are divine, and we are divine children of God. And God does not want us to suffer. We have to reclaim our freedom and get off the system. We have to get our kids out of the schools, and we need to get them out of the culture that has been so predatory on them and brainwashing everyone. We have to heal ourselves of that. And we have to allow our children, who are old souls, to take the driving wheel of their lives. As I was a prophesied chosen one, my mother was given instructions about me before she had me from a prophet and a psychic. And she was told that I was not to be forced into any religion or anything too much of structure, that I would find myself and find my connection with God on my own. So my mother, being the amazing angel and goddess that she was and is in heaven, allowed me that space. And it was hard for her, that my brother and I fought so hard, and she was a single mother raising us on her own. We had no male influences really. My dad was around, but he was kind of drinking, and he was living in another city, so he wasn't quite around. And she was doing it on her own. But she did do that. She did. I had to go through a lot of heartbreak, and I had to have a lot to transmute, but she gave me the freedom to find myself, to find my God. She was an amazing woman, and she was an angel for many on earth, and she gave me a lot of gifts. So this has come full circle, and she has left this realm. She told me on her deathbed that I was a prophesied chosen one, and she told me to use my magic and to show the world what I'm made of, and to show them what I'm all about, were her words exactly. And that's what I've been working on doing, is overcoming my past perceived limitations and healing back into my divine state and reclaiming my powers and my magic for Earth's ascension and for my ascension. I am one with the light, and my family of light is everywhere on this great earth. Some are not awakened yet, and some are. We don't fully get to know until the time is right, that it's revealed who is angelic and who is of a darker opposing force. I know that my mother was my biggest angel, and it still is. And I strive to be this light and to embody it and to give it to others. I do the inner work, and I maintain my high vibrational frequency so that I can give it back. And my energy is very magnetic and attractive because of this work that I do with God and who I am as a higher soul. These were all things that were obstacles for me before I was awakened, and I knew something was different about me, and I thought it was a curse, which it was, and it was also a blessing with higher consciousness and higher dimensions. The kingdom of heaven is truly within. It's in your DNA. It is in mine. When we do the work with Source and we allow the light codes to envelop us and to speak to us, we become lighter and we evolve into our crystalline structure. There are many tools that we use to help. We use crystals also to help with our energy and purification and our power. Prayer and a clean lifestyle, not using chemicals or GMOs. Eating a vegan diet is essential for this level of knowing that we have embodied, because it requires oneness with Gaia, oneness with all life forms and souls in this realm. Meat and dairy are cause animals great suffering and harm, and energetically that is a lower vibration for us to be putting in our sacred vessels. Alcohol is also, it is just opening up the doorway for demons to take over, and for you to surrender your divine powers. We have had to heal this within ourselves. I no longer drink. I no longer do a lot of things. I no longer smoke cigarettes. I was a horrible smoker for years, since I was 13 years old. And I had high anxiety. I was repressing my magic, and I had a lot of trauma in my life and things to transmute, as being as sensitive and as gifted as I was, and not knowing it, and going through this slave system that was trying to indoctrinate me and program me and belittle me. It's a lot of work to take ourselves back and to reclaim our health and sovereignty. But that is truly the path forward. That is how we level up, and that's how we get out of the matrix. I'm gonna go outside and play for the rest of the day, but I wanted to get some things out. Another thing that I really want to say before I stop this, and this was my kind of point getting into this, is that the children deserve a better world than the one we inherited. They are coming into this as old souls, and they are beautiful. And they're here for this ascension, and they have a guiding light in this, and it's our duty to find the guiding light within ourselves and to spark this in our children. We need to restructure education completely. We need to restructure society and no longer poison the minds, the great minds of our future. It's going to take an army of angels to accomplish this, and I've known this, and I've had these downloads for years now as I've been coming into this. Me speaking out and using my voice has been a very difficult thing for me to do, because I am overcoming generations upon generations of curses and traumas. I've had to transmute all darkness into light, and I've had to believe in myself, which was the hardest thing for me to do after being as beaten down by the Matrix as I was. My past self didn't know that I was here for such greatness. I had to find out the hard way, and I had to suffer a lot. And I really wanted to do some good in this realm and exit. But as I've found out, the way that I can do the most good is for me to stay here and to not leave just yet, because I did incarnate here for important work, and I incarnated here for a lot of souls are depending on me and my awakening and my speaking up and sharing this higher knowledge with humanity. The tricksters in the hologram are the reptilian archon entities, and they can only strive on manipulation and trickery. They are not divine, and they are not more powerful. They are just clever reptilians, and they're desperate to cling on to you through whatever they can, and that's why they use your wounds and traumas to do that. When we heal into our light bodies and we heal with source, we evolve, and we're vibrating on such a high level that they can't even reach to us, because we are so healed. There's no trickery that they can attach to, no traumas that they can get their claw into with their fingernails. So that's your answer. Follow other way showers that are enlightened with source. Be careful. There's a lot of false light out there, and do not allow yourself to be misled or misguided by any of them. We are working on uniting the family of 144,000 together so that we can come up with a better plan and a defense strategy, and offense mostly, to get people back to where they need to be vibrationally speaking, and understanding the real powers that we have and what we've been manipulated by, so that we can have our freedom back. That being said, I want to get to work with as many enlightened souls as possible. We have so much work to do. I feel the weight of the world. I have felt it my entire life, and now I know why. And it's because I came here to do some serious house cleaning in this realm. And I need all hands on deck. I am calling all angels. I need your help. I need to work with higher minds. I need these connections. The children need us to be a unified force of good. So I want to get back to soul family communities. We need to go back to Mother Earth, and to go back to what's sacred and what's natural and what's the real healing that we need to embody. We have to go back to purity. So we do that by healing ourselves, and we do that by exiting the matrix. And we're going to be living in high vibrational communities with growing our own food, making our own plant medicines, and doing the spiritual healing and being a community of light, so that we can help others to go through their healing process, and to hold space for them and hold space for each other. Many of us have already made it, or many have made it out of the matrix. I'm still in the city. I need help exiting, and I need to find my family of light. And I think I may have something coming up here soon. It's still new, but a place to go. I need financial backing. I have freed my soul. Now I am deserving of financial freedom. And however that's going to manifest to me, I need it to do so quickly because I'm really catching up to myself. And I know that with these downloads and what I'm integrating into my consciousness, that I've got big plans, and I need resources to pull that off. I have such a fire in me for this, and I am doing my best to not burn myself out and to keep up with it. And this is where I'm asking for help, and because if you're like me, if you're on this mission and you're source connected and you have this powerful drive within you that has transcended everything that you thought to be true, then we need to talk, and we need to form community, and we need to get on top of this, because the children need us. And I mean all children, because we are children. And we need to be the light for them that we needed when we were children. That's what I want to leave you with. I love you. Happy 777 portal, by the way. I didn't want to forget that. Maybe a good time to do some manifesting and grounding. I love you. Stay hydrated. The sun is really, really, really powerful right now, and I'm about to go play in it. Stay beautiful, stay divine, keep shining. We'll talk soon. Bye.